Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new episode of Autocar Quick News, where we bring you the roundup of all the highlights, launches and hot deals from the week gone by. But before we begin, do remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated on all of our latest videos. This week we've got plenty of news from Volkswagen, which launched a new SUV and also rolled out BS6 compliant versions of the Polo and Vento. Let's start with the Tiguan Allspace, a 7-seat SUV that was first showcased at Auto Expo 2020 and has now been launched in India. Volkswagen has launched the Tiguan Allspace at Rs 33.12 lakh ex-showroom. It's the first model VW has chosen to introduce by leveraging the relaxed norms for full imports, which lets a company bring in up to 2,500 vehicles a year in CBU form without the need for homologation. The Allspace replaces the 5-seat Tiguan that's been on sale in India for a few years now and costs nearly Rs 5 lakh more than the entry-level version of the outgoing model. While it has plenty in common with the 5-seat model in terms of exterior and interior design, the Allspace is noticeably larger, with 215mm of added length and a 110mm longer wheelbase. Being a full import, the Tiguan Allspace comes in a single, fully loaded variant and packs in full LED headlights with DRLs, a panoramic sunroof, full digital instrument cluster, 3-zone automatic climate control, hands-free boot opening, leather seats, keyless entry and a touchscreen infotainment system. The sole engine option for the Tiguan Allspace is a 2-litre TSI turbo petrol producing 190 horsepower and 320 Nm of torque, mated to a paddle shifter operated 7-speed DSG automatic that sends power to all 4 wheels via Volkswagen's 4Motion all-wheel drive system. Volkswagen India has launched the BS6 compliant Polo and Vento, and with this update has dropped the 1.5-litre TDI diesel, the 1.6-litre MPI petrol, the 1.2-litre TSI turbo petrol engine, as well as the 7-speed DSG automatic gearbox from its model lineup. The Polo Trendline, Comfort Line and Highline Plus variants are available with an upgraded 1-litre 3-cylinder naturally aspirated MPI engine and come mated to a new 6-speed manual gearbox. However, the new 1-litre TSI engine is only available in the Highline Plus and GT line variants of the hatchback. Producing 110 horsepower and 175 Nm of peak torque, this turbo petrol engine can be had with either the new 6-speed manual or the new 6-speed torque converter automatic transmission. Coming to the Vento, the 1.6 MPI and 1.2 TSI have both effectively been replaced by the 1-litre TSI engine. The 6-speed manual gearbox is standard, but the 6-speed automatic is only available on the top spec Highline and Highline Plus variants. Prices for the BS6 Polo start at the same Rs 5.82 lakh as the BS4 model, while prices for the BS6 Vento start at Rs 8.86 lakh. Another SUV launched this week is the facelifted BMW X1. The current Gen X1 has been on sale in India since 2016 and has now received a redesigned exterior and a few more features. In terms of exterior changes, the BMW X1 facelift gets a larger version of BMW's signature kidney grille, restyled front and rear bumpers and new alloy wheels. The headlights and taillights have been tweaked too, with the former getting new LED DRLs. Range-topping X1 M Sport variants also get more aggressive-looking bumpers with larger disc brakes and new color options. The tweaked interior features new upholstery and better quality of materials. New features on offer include a panoramic sunroof and an 8.8-inch touchscreen for the infotainment system. The 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engines of the outgoing X1 have been carried forward to the facelift in BS6 guise. The petrol engine makes 192 horsepower and 280 Nm of torque, while the diesel is tuned to produce 190 horsepower and 400 Nm of torque. Both units compared to an 8-speed torque converter automatic as standard. Mercedes-Benz has started 2020 with a bang. Having introduced the ballistic 639 horsepower AMG GT 4-door Coupe and the V-Class Marco Polo camper van at Auto Expo 2020, Mercedes-Benz has now brought in the facelifted GLC Coupe. While the pre-facelift GLC Coupe has been on sale here for a few years now, so far it has only been available in the hot AMG 43 guise. The big talking point with the GLC Coupe facelift, which is now locally assembled, is that it's also available in standard non-AMG form. Key differentiators for the updated GLC Coupe on the outside include a new diamond pattern grille, redesigned front and rear bumpers, new LED head and tail lights and different alloy wheel design. Just like with the standard GLC facelift, the addition of Mercedes' slick new MBUX infotainment system is the highlight inside. There's a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and also a 10.25-inch touchscreen infotainment screen, which features the Hey Mercedes voice command tech. Under the hood of the Petrol GLC Coupe A facelift is a 2-liter turbo petrol engine making 258 horsepower and 370 Nm of torque, while the GLC 300D Coupe gets a 2-liter turbo diesel producing 245 horsepower and 500 Nm of peak torque. Both engines are BS6 compliant. A 9-speed automatic is standard, as is the 4MATIC all-wheel drive system. Having introduced the standard version of the all-new Wrangler last year, Jeep India has now launched the Wrangler Rubicon, which is aimed at hardcore off-road enthusiasts. Jeep claims the Rubicon is the most capable Wrangler till date, which is underlined by its powertrain, upgraded running gear, and of course, Rubicon badges and stickers. Powering the Wrangler Rubicon is a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine that makes 268 horsepower and 400 Nm of peak torque, all of which is transferred to all 4 wheels via an 8-speed automatic gearbox and Jeep's Rock Track 4x4 all-wheel drive system. It also features a 2-speed transfer case with a low-range gear ratio, full-time torque management, electronic locking differentials, and an electronically operated sway bar that enhances articulation and travel. At Rs 68.94 lakh, the Wrangler Rubicon costs about Rs 5 lakh more than the standard model. Another variant launched this week is the Leadership Edition of the Toyota Innova Crista. Priced at Rs 21.21 lakh, the Innova Crista Leadership Edition is based on the VX variant but gets a blacked out roof and alloy wheels, an all-black interior, a 360-degree camera, and auto-folding ORVMs. The Leadership Edition is only available with the BS6 compliant 2.4-liter diesel engine that makes 150 horsepower and 343 Nm of torque. It was launched all the way back in 2017, and now it's time for the Honda WRV to receive a midlife update. Honda has revealed first pictures and a few details of the updated crosshatch ahead of its launch in April. The updated WRV will get a new grille, projector headlights, and LED elements in the taillights. On the inside, the refreshed WRV is expected to come with new fabric upholstery and a few new features. The new WRV will come with BS6 compliant petrol and diesel engine options in the form of a 1.5-liter diesel good for 110 horsepower and a 1.2-liter petrol that delivers 90 horsepower. Both engines are expected to continue with a 5-speed manual gearbox. Expect a small hike in prices when the updated WRV is launched sometime next month. Many of you were disappointed by the absence of the all-new XUV500 at Mahindra's Auto Expo 2020 display, and rightly so. We've now got official confirmation that the next-gen XUV500 will only arrive in 2021, but it won't be the only Mahindra SUV coming next year. The all-new Scorpio will join it too. Mahindra has been rigorously testing the next-gen XUV500 in India for a few months now. The company is gearing up to introduce this new SUV in our market sometime early next year, most likely by March 2021. The current Gen XUV500 will chug along for now and will receive a BS6 compliant engine soon. This development was confirmed by company MD and CEO Dr. Pawan Goenka during a recent earnings call. What Dr. Goenka also confirmed during that call was that the next-gen Scorpio will be launched sometime in the second quarter of 2021, which means the model will hit Mahindra showrooms sometime around April and June next year. What will come before these two SUVs is the next-gen Mahindra Thar. Much to the disappointment of enthusiasts, Mahindra decided against showcasing it at Auto Expo 2020, but will reveal the all-new off-roader in the coming months ahead of its launch later this year. The Ford EcoSport has been upgraded to meet BS6 emission norms, and the small yet powerful 1-liter EcoBoost engine has been dropped from the lineup. Its replacement will come in the form of the 1.2-liter turbo petrol engine from Mahindra, which will join the EcoSport range next year. Mahindra and Ford signed an agreement back in 2017 with an objective to collaborate in areas like connected vehicle technology, electrification, and product development. One of the first products to come out of this collaboration will be a Mahindra-powered version of the Ford EcoSport that is now confirmed for launch in the first quarter of 2021. The 1.2-liter TGDI petrol unit belongs to Mahindra's new M-Stallion family of engines and produces a healthy 130 horsepower and 230 Nm of torque. While a 6-speed manual is expected to be standard, Ford is also likely to introduce a dual-clutch automatic option. Before the EcoSport TGDI hits the market, this new engine will make its debut in the XUV300 this April. Maruti Suzuki will give its popular compact sedan, the Dzire, a midlife facelift later this month, and along with the exterior update will come a new, more powerful dual-jet petrol engine. The Dzire Facelift's 1.2-litre dual-jet engine is expected to churn out 90 horsepower, which is a 7 horsepower gain over the K12B engine it will replace. The 1.2 dual-jet engine made its debut in the BS6 compliant Maruti Suzuki Baleno last year and also powers the Toyota Glanza. The Dzire will be the second model from the Maruti Suzuki stable to be equipped with this engine. Also new for the Dzire will be a redesigned grille and front bumper, as well as minor tweaks at the back and on the inside. The company's latest SmartPlay Studio infotainment system is expected to be introduced as well. We were the first ones to bring you the prices of the BS6 compliant Hyundai Venue diesel, and we can now confirm that the 1.5-litre diesel engine in the BS6 Venue will be more powerful than the 1.4-litre unit it replaces. The Hyundai Venue's BS6 compliant 1.5-litre diesel engine will produce 100 horsepower, an increase of 10 horsepower over the outgoing 1.4-litre diesel engine. This engine is similar to the 1.5-litre unit in the Kia Seltos and the upcoming second-gen Hyundai Creta. The main difference is that the engine in the larger SUVs comes with a variable geometry turbocharger, while the Venue's engine comes with a fixed geometry turbo. Like the outgoing engine, the 1.5 will come with a 6-speed manual gearbox. This 100 horsepower 1.5-litre 4-cylinder diesel is also expected to power the Verna facelift, the next-gen i20 and the Kia Sonet. And while we're on the subject of new engines, here's another key update. We can now reveal that Tata Motors will soon introduce a petrol engine option for the Harrier. Set to debut in the Harrier this festive season is Tata's new 1.5-litre direct injection turbo petrol engine. Basically a 4-cylinder version of the 1.2 Revotron turbo petrol found under the bonnet of the Nexon, this new engine is likely to put out over 150 horsepower. The 7-seat derivative of the Harrier, the Tata Gravitas, will also get this engine option. Tata will also have an automatic version of the Harrier and Gravitas petrol available at a later stage. It's easily one of the most highly anticipated launches of 2020. Yes, I'm talking about the all-new Hyundai Creta, bookings for which are now underway ahead of its launch on March 17. Bookings for the new Creta have officially commenced online and via Hyundai dealers for an amount of Rs 25,000. Hyundai also took this opportunity to reveal the new Creta's interior in full. The new model's dashboard and AC vent layout are unique. It features a 10.25-inch infotainment screen with an upgraded version of Hyundai's BlueLink connected car tech that gets over 50 features. It will also come with a 7-inch digital instrument cluster, ambient lighting, an 8-speaker Bose sound system and a tire pressure monitor. Automatic climate control as well as an electronic parking brake will be standard on higher variants, along with cooled seats, wireless smartphone charging and a panoramic sunroof, to name a few. 3 engine options will be on offer. A 115 horsepower 1.5-litre naturally aspirated petrol engine that can be had with either a 6-speed manual or a CVT automatic, a 115 horsepower 1.5-litre turbo diesel that will come with 6-speed manual and torque converter automatic gearbox options, and a 1.4-litre turbo petrol that will be available only with a 7-speed dual clutch automatic. Given Hyundai's strong desire to make sure the next-gen Creta goes straight to the top of the midsize SUV sales charts, company insiders have indicated that the new Creta will be launched with a particularly aggressive price that could even undercut the Seltos. The biggest two-wheeler launch of this week has to be that of the updated Honda Africa Twin. The Africa Twin has been on sale for a few years now, but has received a significant update for 2020 and has been launched in India at a starting price of Rs 15.35 lakh. The refreshed Africa Twin is available in 2 variants internationally, the standard model and the Adventure Sports, but India only gets the higher spec Adventure Sports model. For 20, the Africa Twin gets an updated parallel twin engine which is larger and more powerful than the outgoing model's engine. For the first time in India, the Africa Twin will be available with either a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed dual clutch transmission. Deliveries of the updated Africa Twin are set to commence in May. This week witnessed the launch of some more BS6 compliant motorcycles from Suzuki and Jawa. Let's start with Suzuki, which introduced the BS6 spec Gixxer and Gixxer SF. The BS6 compliant Gixxer costs Rs 1.12 lakh, which is around Rs 12,000 more than the BS4 model. The Jigsaw SF, meanwhile, has also witnessed a similar price hike and it now costs Rs 1.22 lakh. When Suzuki launched the updated Gixxer in July 2019, it came with a Rs 12,000 price hike. This motorcycle was already fuel injected, which is why we didn't expect a substantial update on the BS6 compliant model. However, with the BS6 update, Suzuki has increased the price by another Rs 12,000, which means the Gixxer's price has gone up by Rs 24,000 in the last 2 years. At 13.6 horsepower and 13.8 Newton meters, the BS6 Gixxer and Gixxer SF are also slightly less powerful than their respective BS4 versions. With the switch to a BS6 compliant engine, prices of the classic Java have gone up from Rs 1.64 lakh to Rs 1.73 lakh for the single channel ABS variant, and from Rs 1.73 lakh to Rs 1.82 lakh for the dual channel ABS model. For the single channel ABS 42, prices have increased from Rs 1.55 lakh to between Rs 1.6 and 1.65 lakh based on the color scheme. Similarly, for the dual channel ABS 42, prices have been hiked from Rs 1.64 lakh to between Rs 1.69 and 1.74 lakh. Java also tells us that the bikes have been updated to comply with BS6 norms without a drop in peak output figures. The news first emerged a few weeks ago, and now Bajaj has confirmed we will see the Dominar 250 later this month. There is no launch date as yet, but we expect Bajaj to reveal prices for the smaller Dominar in the coming weeks. Here's what we know about the Dominar 250 so far. Unlike the Dominar 400, the test mule of the Dominar 250 was running on what appeared to be thinner tires, and it also had a simpler box section swing arm. The front disc diameter also appeared to be smaller than the 320mm unit of the Dominar 400. The Dominar 250 will most certainly be powered by the same 250cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine as in the KTM 250 Duke and the Husqvarna 250s. When launched, the Bajaj Dominar 250 will sit at a significantly lower price point than the Dominar 400. Our guess is that Bajaj could price it at around Rs 1.6 lakh, making it around Rs 30,000 cheaper than the 400. And that brings us to the end of this week's Quick News section. Don't forget to tell us what you think of Volkswagen's latest launches, what are your expectations from the next-gen XUV500 and Scorpio, and of course what you think of this video. Like it, subscribe to our channel. We'll see you here again next week.